Good morning, everyone. The next topic is the conditional statements and control statements using in Python. So that the conditional statements are the decision making in your program code. They allows programs to execute the different blocks of instructions based on whether the specified condition is true or false. So this is the conditional statements. The conditional statements can have the if statement, if else statement, elif statement, and nested statement and temporary statements. So the enable program to respond dynamically to input or changing the states. The if statements are can give the if then condition given into the arguments. So the essential for creating the flexible and interactive the applications of the conditional statements. The conditional statements can have occur in the executive of code. If the true, then the condition is fully run. The next decision making part of if else structure, else if change structure, switch statement structure. If else structures can have provide the alternative path with the initial condition is false. If the binary choice can given into the example part. If the example part can have into the temperature of the condition is less than greater than 25, so the print function is it is the hot, else the print function is it is not the hot. So if statement, if the condition is true, will print. The else part is if the condition is not true, the else part will be work. So if else structure can work into the initial stage of the condition is false, then the binary choice of the next states. The if elif chains can accumulate the multiple conditions. It used to check the additional criteria of the sequentially. If the score will be if the code will be work into the check additional criteria of the sequentially. If the condition will be given, then working will the condition statement, then else part will be work, then print the functions. The switch statements can occur into the ideal form of the handling multiple fixed values for a single variable, offering the cleaner code than a long choice of if statement. The switch case can accurate into the switch of the functions can the case will be given into the task. The task can have into the plan week. Then break default the condition will occur when the switch function is called. The switch function is also called as the jump statement. So the next part of the condition is the repetitive task made the easy. So loops control and allows block of code. It is executed repeatedly. So the indisciplinary task that require the iterations such as the processing list and performing calculations, it's a multiple time or waiting the specific events. So in the repetitive task made very easy for the looping conditions. So the common looping type is for loop, while loop, then for each loop, and so on. The for loop will be used into the how many times you want to iterate the functions or conditions. So the condition will be traveling into the collection of range of statements. So for the given input statement, for the range will be given initialization part, execution part, and increment or decrement. Initialization part will be given into the starting condition initialization part. Then the condition will be given up to the range. The next part is I plus plus or I minus minus is the increment or decrement part. So the print the value of the initialization condition, the value will be print up to the fifth conditions. Then while you will be execute a block of code as long as the condition is true. It is the conditional evaluation because false to avoid the infinite loops. If the condition can call into integer state, so the condition will be given into the 0 state. While the condition will be given less than or 3, the print value is hollow. The count will be performed into the according to the case studies. For each loop will be similar for the looping statement. It many language to simplify the looping language. It is the elements will be collection or or into the arrays, list and tuples, etc. It many index can manage while calling into the for each loop. So the next is a break and continue statement. The break statement can work into the loop and control resumes its statements immediately following the loops. It is exceptional condition is met or the desired is input. So the continuous statement can provide into the next iteration. It is the bypassing the certain limits of the conditions with a loop with the exiting it completely. The concept why we using in the control and conditional statement for the Python programming, it is an automate task. It is handling the input is very dynamically. Up to change, we will change the different kind of the structures or the input, then the complex and logical thinking can used. The key takeaway of the conditional and control statements: the conditional statements are if, else if, switch statements. It's enabled to the decision making. The control statements are for loop, while loop, do while loop. It is the automative and repeated task. The break and continue offer the precess of a loop. It's also called as the jump statement. Thank you.